before?
Yes. Hi,
Okay.
Kendra.
Yes, if I recall correctly, you were the woman who made the allegations that celebrity Sandra Bullock has your child.
Correct. And I see a celebrity in the hallway. And then I see the doctor
Who's the celebrity
injecting.
you saw? Who's the celebrity you
I
saw?
seen Sandra Bullock. She was there at the hospital the same day I was rushed by ambulance. My ambulance report is also backing me up saying April the 17th. So why is the medical record saying June 17th? That's a 2 months different, right? And then why is Sandra Bullock saying Lewis real age is 13 when in reality Lewis is an identical twin brother and his real age is 15 years old? That's a 2 year difference. And then she stole my son out the hospital, named him Lewis Birdo Bullock. If you Google that name, you will see a black basketball player that's from Washington, D.C. with the jersey 22 on.
Wait. So are you saying Sandra Bullock has your son?
Sandra Bullock was there at the hospital, and the boy that she has is identical to my son that lives with me. You can look on my page
So
and
Sandra
you will see all the pictures.
Bullock. Okay, hold on. So Sandra Bullock, the celebrity son, is your biological son.
It's my biological son, and he has an identical twin brother, and they look just alike.
Do you have an update?
No, just a friend on Instagram found some type of lawyer, but he not that type of lawyer to take the case. But he told me some good information, but I'm just overwhelmed because me all the way in DC and me got to keep traveling to go hunt her down to go to different courthouses to file the papers because me been filing in DC and they keep giving me the runaround. So I have drove to New Orleans to that courthouse and it ain't lead me nowhere. So now he's telling me I need to go to where she ran to, which is that's Texas.
So when you were here on the show the first time, there was a lot of conversation about your allegations. Some people said that the birth dates didn't line up because there was like a People magazine cover, and either her son is older or younger than the age that you claimed. So they're like, this possibly can't be your child
They're
because the
basically
age.
saying that because she's saying that Lewis is 14, I believe, and they're saying that she adopted Lewis in 2000 and I want to say 10, if I'm not mistaken. But she's a celebrity. She got money. She's obligated to lie and pay her way through things. The boys are identical. Like I said before, she was there at the hospital directly outside of my operating room with photographers taking pictures.
Okay. And why hasn't anybody been able to force a DNA that could just confirm these allegations?
That's what I want to know, Kendra. I can't afford a lawyer, so me file on my own. I file my civil cases, and it's like they're violating my constitutional rights. It's like they don't want me to be heard. But I'm not giving up. I'm still not giving up. I still been fighting. And like I said before, she's denying the DNA test. Like if you never stole my child and you have nothing to hide, why deny the DNA test?
A couple things. I mean, well, first of all, if there's no truth to it, I'm not gonna entertain it, right?
Well, it's
I'm not
true.
just giving a DNA test if I know my child's my child. Well, we know it's not her child physically because it's a black boy. I want to look at this because I do remember there are some people who believed you. There are some people who did not. So when was your child born again?
My boys were born in 2008.
Okay.
The same day Pope Benedict came to Washington, D.C. to the Nats Ballpark Stadium. That would have been April the 17th, 2008. My son that lives with me, his birth certificate is wrong too. So that's
Only
even
thing, okay,
more.
I want to just stop there real quick. So 2008, okay? So this is the People magazine cover that you claim this is your son, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now this cover was published in 2010. So this is
Got
a
her ways
baby.
around. She got her ways around stuff. And like I said before, she posted another little baby on the internet. That's not my son either. People have to pay attention. She's
No,
using
but
babies.
just real quick, not to cut you off. You claim that this one was your son.
Mm-hmm.
But this is 2 years after your son was born.
She's obligated to do sneaky stuff. People with money can do stuff like that. The
This is
dates,
hold on. This
everything.
is true, but this is People Magazine. Like they're like when she had this baby, this was that year, right? So only thing I'm saying, if this was your son, I'm assuming he would look older than right here.
No, the dates are just wrong. I mean, their dates, they're putting People magazine just like it was another magazine on People's, and you can't find that magazine no more. That was given to me inside of a hospital by a police officer from Jamaica. The magazine was a People's cover. On that magazine cover was my son again. And she said Michelle Bombshell, the lesbian, gave her the baby inside the hospital worth $1.1 billion. I never gave her my baby. That magazine, you can't even find it no more. That's why I said people with money is powerful. They do stuff that make people look crazy. But Kendra, in reality, that is my son. He came out of me first, and then my son that lived with me came out a few minutes later.
If this is your first time hearing Miracle's story, she was on the show before. How many kids do you have, Miracle?
We have 5.
You have 5 kids. And when I asked everybody about the children, how many men, and then we got into the story of I gotta say these are allegations that we cannot prove. I have to say that she had twins. She gave birth to twins, and your allegation is one of your children was stolen at the hospital and given to Sandra Bullock to be, to adopt. And all these years, so this is how many years now in the making?
16 years straight.
16 years in the making. So the great thing is this. If this is your son at the age of 18, this story has been over the internet so much. I'm quite sure he might get aware of it, might see it. Maybe he'll be willing. But I will say this. I have to just be honest. A lot of things don't line up. And I know what you're saying, that you don't have money, right? To get a lawyer. But there are lawyers that take on cases pro bono when they feel enough faith in the allegations, right? Because if this is a true situation, there's a lawyer that would make so much money, he would get so much media coverage that he would take your case because this is going to be the media payoff, right? But when there are lawyers who are not willing to take your case pro bono, it's because they don't believe they have enough facts to prove your allegations other than what you said. Like, I don't know,
And I
were
believe,
there videos? I mean, I'm assuming hospitals have videos. There's no video proof of her in the hospital when you were in the
yeah,
hospital? Oh, there
yes,
is.
but she was taking pictures for photographers. It was
So there's
pictures up
video
on
proof
the
the day
internet.
that you gave. So just to be clear, the day you gave birth, you have video proof of her in the hospital that same day.
Yes, it was on magazines, it was on the news. She
Do
took
you have the
pictures.
video proof yourself?
I have a article saying that she was there on that
Let
day.
me I want to
That's
make
on my
sure you're here. Hold on. I want to make sure you're hearing this question. Do
hmm
you have video proof that you have that confirms that she was in the hospital the same time you were in the hospital when you gave birth to your twins allegedly?
I have a photo that's a screenshot of an article of her being there on that specific day. Then the article just up and just disappeared.
Okay,
Like,
but
but
you're
I
still
have a
so the
screenshot on my
answer is so Miracle. The answer is no.
okay, well,
I'm
yeah.
just I mean you do not have, because I think right now we're in a technology world, and I'm assuming hospitals been having videos forever. So that would have been the first thing to
Hospital
have is video
stealing
proof.
babies forever.
Say again?
This hospital has been stealing babies forever also.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, listen, I want to say this. I am wishing you the best in life. Did you call back to give me an update? Did you call back looking for a man? What was your intentions tonight?
we're looking for someone.
Okay, so you want to focus on looking for a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Miracle, how old are you?
43,
43. And where you calling us from?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. And what do you do for a living?
I'm an author. I write books. I write music and single parent.
Okay. And how many kids do you have?
5.
5 kids. By what's the ages?
32, twins 16, my youngest boy 11, and my youngest daughter is 4.
By how many men?
Um, Let me see. My oldest daughter, father. My boys fought 3.
3 men. Why you not with the 4-year-old dad?
I told you the last time that is really complicated.
Make it short for me.
um, it's like I don't know. It's wishy washy. It's like we care for each other. We like each other. One don't want to be in a relationship. Don't want to be held down because um, what is it? He was married before and damaged goods. Should I say? I guess I can put it like that.
Okay, okay. So we got Miracle, Washington, D.C., author. She writes books. She's a single mom, has 5 kids by 3 men. Have you ever been married?
No.
No, never married. All right, Miracle, what kind of men are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a man that's God loving, but got a little thuggish to him because I like him rough. I'm not gonna lie. Um, uh, I really don't deal with Americans, so I'm not gonna lie about that either. Me like Jamaicans, me like Africans, but certain part I can deal with a Nigerian or Congo. Congo.
So you
Uh,
want a man in, do you want him to be in Africa?
no.
Or you want to be in America?
Hmm.
Okay, so no American men.
No American. Mm-mm.
What's wrong with American men to you?
Me just don't deal with them, Kendra. It's like, if somebody read my book, they'll understand what me say. But like I said, a tragic incident happened to me. I didn't go into details the last time because it's too emotional, but it's in my book. But I just don't deal with American men. It's just
Okay,
not right.
okay. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are, huh, men that's traumatized, have poor hygiene and bad breath.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Me don't like Biggie Smalls type. Me don't really care about appearance, but you gotta look like something. You understand? Because looks are deceiving. Is what really counts on the inside and not the outside. But I like strong powered men, like something muscular, little 6 pack, not too skinny, not too big, in between.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Um, as long as he making money to pay his bills and he got monies to, if I, want to go out on vacation or something and he's willing to take me out, I ain't pressed over money. Money come and go. But hey, that's
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
oh God, I don't got no clothes on, but and don't laugh at me, y'all. Like I said before, Kendra, I think I was on my weight loss stuff, so I did lose 200 pounds.
Okay, good for you. We can't see your face, so the
Uh,
camera went off, Miracle.
how you do this?
Turn the camera back on, girl.
Oh wait a minute, how you do this? This is my first time on this one. Oh no.
You turned the cam. Oh, there we go.
Wait a minute, the light. Uh,
Okay. Oh, all right. I don't think we did Kendra Cam last time he was here. Did we?
I don't think
You
so.
lost 200 pounds since the last time you were here?
No, way before then.
Oh, wait a
But
minute.
like I
Okay.
said, yeah, I got pregnant with my little princess after I lost the 200 and gained a little weight back, but I'm trying to slim it back down.
Okay. Miracle, when was your last relationship?
4 years ago.
4 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Ooh. Ooh. Let me see. My princess dad, that's been a minute ago.
A minute ago? Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I have to work on, well, I'm not going to say my aggression because I work on that a lot. So, me need to work on building up for myself to get me and my kids out of the DC area. Um, I need to work on fighting for my music that was stolen too when I was younger. I'm fighting for my royalty
Okay,
rights and
hold on.
stuff.
You're working on things that um, require you to be a better person in a relationship. So three flaws that you got to
Oh,
work on that
okay.
will come to a relationship.
Okay, I don't have a bad attitude. I don't know what to say. My baby father say me aggressive, so I say aggression.
Okay.
I say aggression. I guess, and they say me act like a man, like the man's supposed to wear the pants in the family. I mean, in the relationship, but me so controlling and learn to. I don't know. I guess I want to say I'm not controlling Kendra, so I don't know how to put it.
Okay. Okay. You have some paid questions. Do you want them?
Yeah,
Okay. Let's see what the cousins want to say. Um, L double I said, Miss Kendra, ask her why her son is in his 30s and she's only 45. I
I'm
think you
not
did.
45. I'm
She's actually
43,
43. 43.
and it's not a boy; it's a girl.
I think you did share this last time. Do you want to share it again?
I was pregnant at a young age. Yes, by my first love. He was from Jamaica.
Okay. All right. Divine Photo says you're on an American dating show, not wanting American men. Are you sure you aren't the problem?
No, not the problem. Because I haven't had that many relationships, but between women and men, my relationships are always long lasting for several years. So it's not me. I'm not the problem. It's just that I had a hell of a life, and it's hard. Oh, that's what I want to say, Kendra. Got to work on my trusting because you have to trust in order to have a relationship.
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to say. Trust. I've been through so much. Like it's hard for me to trust, but I'm willing to, to knock the wall down slowly but surely. I just have to get that feel in a person before, you know.
Okay. Um, Office Jam says, my long lost daughter, who's a rapper that goes by the name of Gorilla, is actually mine. Can you help me find her, Kendra? I think
Yeah, they funny.
they're trying to mock you. Let me say this to that. Do you have
They
any there's a lot of people who don't believe your story. How does that make you feel?
it don't make me feel less of a woman because I know my truth, and I know God still has me here for a reason to tell my story and to help other women out. I
Now
know
some
mine. The truth will come out sooner or later, but that is my son. The reason why Lewis don't know anything now is because he's being kept away from the internet.
You think he's been kept away from the internet for 16 years?
He has been kept away from the internet. I mean, she says it in her little shows and her little interviews. Like I said before, she have said a lot on Red Table Talk, and everybody, from my understanding on my pages, everybody believes me on all my platforms. And the pictures are they looking more and more alike day by day.
Okay. Now, also, the hospital couldn't confirm that you gave birth to twins. So, what was that scenario again for the people who are watching this? Because you were on our show before, and it was a real popular video. But there are some people who did not see that interview. So, what was the circumstance when you allegedly gave birth to the twins, and how come the hospital doesn't have documentation of you giving birth to twins?
Well, I was told the whole time in 2007 as I was in chronic pain for 24/7 every day all day, and I kept collapsing to the ground. I kept going to my primary care doctor, and I kept saying something's really wrong with me. I don't feel good. It felt like I'm going to die. What is going on? They kept lying, giving me the runaround. They would say it was a tumor, it was an ulcer. They kept saying it was my thyroids, it was my cycle, it was this, it was that. They were just telling me anything. To make a long story short, it's no paper trail of me being pregnant. I had no medical treatment of me being pregnant. Like I said, I didn't know that I was pregnant until I was called in on my day off to cook for Pope Benedict, and I was fired on my day off because I kept going to the bathroom not knowing that I was in labor. So I was rushed to the hospital and I was given a ultrasound. In that room, when I opened my eyes, I seen two big babies on the monitor. And then the lady got on the phone and called the doctors and they rushed in. They said, Miracle, you and your babies aren't going to make it. We have to wheel you to labor and delivery stat. Then, as they were willing me, I noticed that the other nurse or doctor was injecting an unknown substance in my IV that kept making me woozy. Then, after willing me, I kept seeing blinking lights. As I got closer, I seen a photographer. Then I seen Sandra Bullock directly outside of the operating room they were taking me to. And then I tried to take my phone out to get the video and the picture, Kendra, but they
So why
snatched my
wait, while you
phone.
were in labor, you try to take out your phone and take a picture of Sandra Bullock?
I was being wheeled down the hallway. I was happy to see her. This was my favorite celebrity back then. I had a crush on this woman, but I was just psyched to see her. I never seen, a celebrity up in person like that. So I'm like, what in the world is she doing here? But I didn't think about she was there to steal my baby. But the hospital is so big. So why were you outside of my operating room taking pictures? And then it's a lot of females who did my story and said stuff on social media and they putting two and two together. So it's a lot of people on my side. And like I said before, my son that lives with me, his birth certificate is wrong. It has June 17th on there. I had my twins April the 17th. The hospital records has been tampered with. I never received my ultrasound picture. Like I said before, the doctor was killed after I met her in 2015 at the hospital going to visit my auntie and my cousin that was hospitalized there. She was there. She apologized. She cried to me. She told me
Oh,
everything I
Sandra
needed to
Bullock
know.
apologized to you and admitted it?
No, I said the doctor, Dr. Lorraine Gillian. I
Oh.
met her there after she vanished from getting paid for selling my baby to Sandra Bullock. She admitted what she done to me, the doctor, Dr. Lorraine Gillian, who
Okay.
did my emergency C-section, and I supposed to met with her the next day. It's an article on that too. I posted it on my page.
So
She
you
wanted me
have the
to
article from the newspaper?
the article from Dr. Lorraine Gillian, when the newspaper when
Where
she
you
died.
just so there's an interview about that conversation?
No, it's not about my conversation, but it's about her dying the next day, which I supposed to met her at the hospital so she could give me what she took out of my medical file. That's what she told me. But when I went to meet her the next day, I kept calling and they kept putting me on hold. And then they came back to the phone and was like, well, if you some close to her or you was about to have a meeting, then I think you should know that she was just found dead in her house.
So
So
the first day you met her, where did you meet her at? The hospital?
yeah, OBGYN, she did my emergency
So the day
ultrasound.
before she died, allegedly, why didn't she just give you the paperwork while you were at the hospital that day?
She vanished in 2008, Kendra. She after she sold my baby and got paid, she left. She was nowhere to be found for several years.
No,
I
you just
ran
told us that you saw her one day and then she
in
was murdered the next day.
2015, correct.
Right.
And she said that I told her I was going to the news day. I'm going to everybody. I remember what she did to me.
Wait, Miracle, hold on a second. I'm asking when you saw her that one day, why didn't she give you the medical paperwork that day?
It wasn't in the hospital. She said she wanted to give me the stuff that she took out of my file, out of my medical records. So
So it was
obviously
in
it
her
was.
personal, so she kept it in her personal home.
Yes, that's what she was trying to. That's what she told me, and I said, "Well, okay." I went and packed my kids up to go meet her the next day at the hospital, and she was dead.
Okay. So you
And
saw
then
her
I
in the
have
hospital.
another nurse. Look
You
on my
saw her in the
page.
hospital. Say it again.
I have another nurse. It's another person who found me on Facebook. She is a nurse. Her name is Rebecca Washington. She's willing to testify. She was a nurse at the same hospital. So yes, I have her word as well.
Okay. One last question. So when you were telling the story, and I remember we went over this the first time. So you were pregnant with twins for 9 months and had no idea you was pregnant with twins until the day you went in labor.
It was actually 10 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days pregnant, Kendra.
Okay. So you were
Full time.
pregnant for I didn't say, oh, I said 9 months. If I said 9 months, I apologize.
Yeah, it
So
was
you were
10
pregnant
months.
for over 10 months with twins and had no idea you were pregnant.
Correct.
And that's when you weighed more.
Correct. I was real big.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I have a
All right.
thyroid issue, so my thyroids was acting up as well, and thyroids make me big, and that's why I was like, I can't do it.
Okay. Okay. So that was the backstory for those who weren't here the first time. Did I ask you the question? Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm honest, truthful, fun. I know how to cook. I clean. Even though I have a medical condition, I still get up and do me.
Okay. Um, do you want any more pay questions?
You can go ahead.
All right. Miss JA5 said, if you didn't even know you were pregnant with twins until you were in labor, how would Sandra Bullock have known you were going to deliver at the exact time and have pre-arranged to be there?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question because another person made an article and explained exactly how that she can do this. If a person see a poor black girl and don't think I'm fit to have a baby because I was a lesbian and they knew my story of why me and my fiance had did the little threesome to have a baby or to get pregnant. You see somebody pull from the ghetto, Kendra, and you see that they're coming to the hospital by themselves, constantly by themselves. That's obligated for someone to take advantage of you anyway. And then, like I said before, my doctor was in on it too. They kept telling me I wasn't pregnant. So it was a scheme. It was a plan the whole damn time. So they had this set up. So if they knew I was pregnant, but I didn't know I was pregnant, they did the calculations and stuff. They should know. They should know when I'm going to be expectant. However, and then I kept going to all the hospitals in the DMV area, Maryland, DC, and Virginia, going to everybody's hospital, complaining about pain, and everybody shut me out the door.
So what this person is claiming is because what she's saying is you had no idea you were pregnant. So how would Sandra Bullock know the exact time, exact location you're going to go in labor?
The
Everyone,
doctors, the
but
doctors.
hold on one second. Hold on one second. And I listen, I have never given birth to a child, but I do believe that that date isn't guaranteed. So is the assumption is she was just in the hospital for days waiting until you came in that particular hospital
I
because
don't think so. No, I just feel as though it was a plan. It was an inside job. Sandra Bullock
right,
aunt
but hold on,
worked at the.
Miracle, hear this out for a second. You didn't like when you went into labor, there was no guarantee you were going to go into labor that day, that time. And even you just said you went to several hospitals. So you could have showed up to several different hospitals too. So how
That
could
was
she hold on,
all
Miracle?
the
Let me finish.
hospitals.
Miracle, let me finish and then you can respond. So where the confusion becomes is you were pregnant with twins, you had no idea. When you went into actual labor, there's no way for the doctor, if she was in on it, to know the exact time you're going to come to the hospital, the exact hospital, because you told us you went to several hospitals. So this would mean that Sandra Bullock would have to been just around until all the doctors, because you could have went to a different hospital, called her to arrive. So that's where the confusion for a lot of people are coming in. Like, how would she know the precise time that you were about to go into labor? And even you said you went to several hospitals.
Hmm. Not during the labor time, but during the whole pregnancy. And yeah, you're right. When they give you a date, I get two different dates. I'm the only woman that get two different dates. Because number one is like my body is different. And my twins, I went all the way 10 months, 3 weeks. I wasn't supposed to go that long. That's why my body bust open like that. All my other kids come out at 7 months. So doctors do know. I don't know how to say it, but this woman knew. The doctors had something planned. She was there at that hospital, and Sandra Bullock is from Virginia anyway, and she do have a sister that still live across the bridge from me. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. The woman was there. She was outside of the ER room that I was being operated on. Why was she nowhere else inside the building? The boy that she got look identical to mine. My son paperwork not adding up either. Medical records been tampered with. People with money can do all these weird, strange things.
Okay, last question on this. A lot of people, I think, agree with this person. Some people do feel that maybe you have a schizophrenia I'm probably saying it wrong, disorder, a medical condition, a mental disorder.
I see.
Um,
I get therapy for PTSD. If I was labeled schizophrenic, then a psychiatrist would have labeled me. I don't have that on my record.
Okay. All right, we're gonna end it there. Well, listen, you've been very transparent. You're standing 10 toes down in your story. I have to say this is alleged. I do have to also admit that a lot of things just don't align, right? They don't align to what you're saying. So proof
Mhm.
would have to be given for
Well,
me
I
to
do
believe.
have some proof, Kendra. The ambulance report I told you about before. Like I said, my son that lives with me, the medical records are saying June the 17th. I'm telling you April the 17th, the same day Pope Benedict came to Washington, D.C. The
Right,
ambulance
but
report that
also
was
another thing is, and again, I don't know this woman in real life, but I know that 2 years after when you said your twins were born, she showed up with a younger baby. Like your son wouldn't have been like that age on the cover of the magazine. I don't know her in real life. I don't know you in real life, but
people got to follow my story because she has another little baby that she's posting, but she's not, she don't have him as adopted.
okay.
So you
Well,
got to
here's the
follow the
deal. I know you
story.
said you want to. We always do kind of go down this road about this conversation, but this is a dating show. So, you know she is, fellas. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
Yes, under my government.
So, what's your name on the dating app?
Miracle Causer.
So, Miracle. Let me see. Wait, hold on. And so, Miracle spelled like that, correct?
Miracle. Yes, like a real miracle.
Okay. This is you right here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Here she is, fellas. If you want to get to know her, Miracle Causer. Miracle Causer. This is her on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Why all your photos look like this, Miracle?
Look like what?
Like you looking down, child. What to say? Don't. Every photo is you looking down, Miracle.
Mm.
Every photo is a half shot. Okay, and here she is. This is Miracle on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Fellas, if you want to get to know her, you push the heart or the star. Okay, Miracle, I'm wishing you the best in life, honey.
Okay, thank you. Good
Bye,
night.
baby. Kendra G Singles, the dating app is available now on your iPhone and your Android phones. Just go to your Apple Store or your Google Play Store and download it now. Kendra G Singles, the dating app.